Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. Demolition work continued today at the site of the Terrace Theatre.
The Robbinsdale landmark began meeting its demise Saturday after efforts to save it came up short. And as DELANE Cleveland explains, it was a blighted property for some people, but for others, an important part of Robbinsdale history.
This impacts a lot of people.
If there was ever a time when a building that had sat vacant for 17 years
it's a little bittersweet,
could elicit emotion,
It's a very sad day.
Saturday was one of those days.
I actually don't think that I can physically be here when the demolition starts.
After sitting at the corner of 36th and France for more than 60 years, Robbinsdale's Terrace Theatre had a date with a heavy machine intent on knocking it down.
Well, ultimately the purpose of all of this work is to turn this blighted property into something that the city of Robbinsdale can use and be proud of for years to come.
While developers are looking forward,
I'm coming to pay my respects to the Terrace Theatre.
there are longtime residents such as Paula Mazzacano.
I'm angry that Brixmor, the owner, was allowed to let the property fall into such disrepair.
Her anger was mixed with sadness, and to pay her respects,
The little crepe paper flowers are mine.
she placed 4 dozen miniature flowers along the fence surrounding the terrace.
And each of the little flowers I put up represents a memory of a movie that my family saw at the Terrace Theatre. We have a lot of very good memories here.
When the demolition commenced shortly before 1 p.m., dozens gathered to watch. Others took photos, while one of the people who fought to preserve the theater was presented with a keepsake light bulb from the marquee.
It's an important piece of Robbinsdale's history, and hopefully with small pieces like this, people will never forget the Terrace Theatre.
It was a sad day for preservationists, but for others,
well, I feel like now we can finally see some progress on this corner.
it was long overdue.
It's been a real blight in town for many, many years, and hopefully we get that grocery store that was proposed to come in, and if not, at least something will be developed on this corner now.
That something is still to be determined. Instead, this day was about paying respects.
Our focus will shift to preservation of artifacts away from preservation of the theater building itself.
As for what happens next, the current property owner, Brixmor, will ultimately sell to Inland Development Partners out of St. Louis Park. No word yet on whether plans will move forward on the proposed Hy-Vee grocery store, but Robbinsdale City Manager Marcia Glick says the city will have staff meetings with them later this month. Mike and Shannon.
All right, DELANE, thank you.